Alright, let me introduce to you the deck called Blue-Black Delve. Not Delver. Delve. There's even the BananaMan himself, Tasigur the Golden Fang. The BananaMan. Allora. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Pepengu's Brew. So after playing Vintage with for Murktide, Treasure Cruise, and Dig, I decided, why can't I do that in Modern? There's Thought Scour, and there's Consider, and there's Mishra's Bauble. You fill your graveyard, quickly, you fill your graveyard, and then you have 7 powerful Delve cards. Unfortunately, there's no space for Murderer's Cut. I decided to add the BananaMan, because everyone loves the good old Tasigur. Alright. This deck list is inspired to Is It Murktide? Before you ask, of course this deck is infinite times better than Is It Murktide. There's no Ragavan, there's no Chandler, there's no Bolt. But we have Thoughtseize and Inquisition. We have some removal spelling, Fiddle, Push, Bloodchief, Thirst, and Drown in the Loch. There's 19 lands, so the same as Is It. There is a Swamp, which kind of sucks in deck with Charm, but we also have 1 Sunken Ruins. Yeah, that's basically it. The Sideboard, there's a Price of Betrayal, because I think that this deck doesn't really do well with Teferi Time Raveler and Ran and 6. I mean, you have a couple of Bloodchief Thirst, but that's a pretty terrible card. 7th Thoughtseize, 4th Push, a couple of Explosives. Jace my Sculptor, better than all. Some Counterspell in Dispute, Spell Pierce, Dress Down Hurkyl's Recall. Not a special deck or anything. It's just a deck that I thought about doing yesterday when I was playing this Thought Scour Consider deck in Vintage. And yeah, we can do that in Modern today. My goal is to 3-2. Let me change the stream title. Modern will be Delve. Not Delver. Delve. Without the R. Let me export so that you can see it on the screen. And if you're from YouTube, you will see it on the description. And then we go to a league with this deck. I'm excited. I don't often brew, so whenever I do, it's cool. I don't often brew, but when I do, I make sure the decks are awful. It's so hard to brew and win. Only Aspiring Spike does that. Blue-Black Delve. How do you deal with Murktide? That's a good question. I have Drown in the Loch. I mean, I have 4 Murktide as well. No Stubborn Denial. Nah, I think Spell Pierce is better. You could play Burrs and Borrower. 2-3, you think we do? That's okay. 2-3 is fine, I'll accept it. Half of the entry fee, but we created content. So, that's okay. Gurmag Angler. Yeah. Gurmag Angler. Big fish. Big Zombo fish. I can't wait to activate Tasigur and mill like Thoughtseize when my opponent is empty-handed. Love to do that. It's also such a classic too. When you play Tasigur, you always play Thoughtseize. And when you activate Tasigur, you always mill Thoughtseize when your opponent is empty-handed. Why there's no Delver? Delver Secret is banned in Modern. You can't play it. Illegal. Why do I lie? Wait, isn't the name... Didn't I write Modern Ubi Delve? Delve? Big nose fish. This is a big nose fish for sure. Wow, people are so scared playing as my deck. Come on, where are you? Did all the Modern player quit to go play Pioneer? Oh no, it was the classic MTGO bug. where you queue and you never find an opponent and you have to stop and re-queue. Okay, let's go! Woo, woo, woo! This sounds perfect. We can even mill our opponent with Thought Scour to counter their spell. Look at that big brain play. Okay, Thoughtseize. Our hand is perfect. It's the best possible Thoughtseizable hand. Because it's just, I guess it had drawn it Loch. But other than that, it had nothing. Okay, let me Mishra's Bauble myself. Consider on top of the deck. I think it's better than nothing. I'll play this land and pass. Draw. Looking for some Delve cards. 2 mana. Ragavan dashed. Hey, vabbè. Don't steal a Thoughtseize, please. Or a cantrip. Counterspell, it's okay, you can steal that. Alright, let's do some card selection first. Land, no gracias. Ooh, Mishra's Bauble. I actually like Mishra's Bauble here. Ooh, I close Inquisition of Kozilek. What you got? What you got, opponente? Oh, Pogs? Karth the Lion? Ma che cazzo di carte so? Alright, let's take a randoms. I don't know what to take here. I don't know what to take here. I don't know what to take here. Kisco! Thank you for the 3rd month. You became an espresso badge. Oh, I don't know what to take here because Random 6 is obviously a powerful card. They can cast it, but they don't have a land to go along with it. I think I'm taking Ragavan though. Come on, we need to find a Delve card. If we find a Delve card, we're our goal then. I'm gonna bubble myself. What's on top? Counterspell. Hey, I think I need to keep Counterspell, huh? Yeah. Counterspell. It's not for now, but... Wish I had a Spell Pierce there. Swamp? No swamp. Mountain? Forest. Okay. As long as they don't have a fetch land, this is alright. Because they have no lands in the graveyard. Sure. Cool. Let me go consider. Again, I'm doing card selection here. Maybe I find a Gurmag Angler or a Tasigur. Counterspell number 2. I think I want to go graveyard this time. Murktide Regent! Let's go. I'm dropping my Murktide here. Delving as much as I can. Yeah, delving as much as I can. I have no interest in my... Sorry, let me just take a look at my deck again. I have no interest in my leaving cards in the graveyard, right? I don't have thoughts. I don't have Snapcaster Major or Mystic Sanctuary, so... Let's just drop a large Regent, which can't be bolted, and pass. And then we have Thought Scour to refuel. Oh, Tasigur. Nah. Sure, Tasigur. That's true, Tasigur. I didn't think about it. I just wanted to also make it large. I think it's okay. We have then Thought Scour to refill. Okay, they have their trusty random 6 and concede the game! Round of applause for Murktide Regent. I want to take this opportunity, chat, to remind you that 3 drops are banned in Modern. 4 drop, even more banned, almost uncastable. 3 drop are the equal to 6 drop in the normal type, in the normal format. 4 drop are the equal of 15 drops. So I just took this opportunity to do so, and we continue to the sideboarding now. We're playing against Jund. Do they play Saga? Probably not. Actually, after this such a dominant performance, I don't feel like sideboarding. Just clearly we got the superior deck here. Glue, glue, glue. Perfect hand. We got a 1. Wait, look at this. We have 0, 1, 2, 3 drop. Just like we drew it up. Dr. Phoenix 24, also with the 3rd month. Welcome, everyone. Will comment. Do we have 0 Graveyard 8 in the sideboard? Maybe that was a mistake. Let's say that. Maybe it was a mistake. Alright, let's bubble myself first. Thought Scour. Do I like it? Yeah, I like a Thought Scour. It's a great card. Opponent didn't discard Inquisition because, like, they had a pair, so... Wow, they kept in Fatal Push. 0 target in your deck. Actual, factual 0 target for Fatal Push in your deck. Isn't that some great deck building? I have to leave up Drowning that Loch because they are gonna go Fetch Land Grist, the Hunger Tide. I do have a Thoughtseize, but I think I'd rather counter the Grist than discard it, because if they have like 2-3 drops, then it's a little bit clunky. It's a little bit clunky. Island. Ground. Opponent goes like, Pepe hands! Wow, they say. Wow, you're so lucky. You drew a counterspell. Wow. I know, opponent. I got so lucky to draw a counter in my deck. That's unbelievable, I agree. Otawara. I don't want lands. And you can tell everybody... This is your deck. Exactly. Exactly, the Black Goat. This is my deck indeed. It's my deck. Alright, I'll fetch for a Watery Grave, untapped, and that's your turn, opponent. I hope you draw Blood Blurred Elf. What did I kill with them with game 1? With the Regent. The one and only. Ooh, Kaboya. Inquisition. Chat, opponent drew a spell. I'm gonna write wow. They drew a spell? How dare you? How dare you draw a spell? Eh? Like, I played a discard spell on turn 1, and they drew a spell. That's unbelievable. Like, I am enraged. Like, can you believe playing a deck with a discard spell? And then your opponent proceeds to draw a spell. Shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. I'm enraged. I'll play a Thought Scour. Alright, I'll play a discard spell, opponent. If you proceed to draw any spell now, I'll be furious. I will be furious if you draw a spell now. It would be... Anyway, if you're maybe new to Mango's stream, I am joking. It's just that most of the Magic players, they always get so mad whenever the opponent draws a spell after a discard card that I really, it's always a little bit funny. For all the legal interns and purpose, this is a joke. Exactly. As a member of the internet, I am required by the law to clarify if I'm joking or not. I'm required. Can I draw one of my creatures? Exactly. Magic is very serious, no sense of humor allowed. We have to read the thing up where put Archmage Charm into the graveyard. Yes or no? No. I have the Arena PSTD where consider it's like impossible to understand on Arena and you have to read the thing like 7 times. On Magic Online it's easier. Don't get me wrong. Oh wow, put and drew a spell. How dare they? How did you what? Like how? Alright, I'll counter it. PTSD. Isn't it PSTD? I always thought it was PSTD. I guess it's not. Two cards in your hand. Ashok. No, come Ashok, cazzo. No, Ashok. This is too good against me. Oh, Murktide Regent. Ashiok is really good against me. I have to counter it. Counter target spell. They should consider use it to surveil a while ago. Maybe. When? Insane top decks. GG. Nancy. I think I'm gonna... I'm in the mood to engage with my opponents, chat. I'm in the mood to engage with my opponents. I don't know why. I feel like doing it. I'm in a good mood today. Salty mango? Come salty mango? Me? Never been salty in my life. Never been salty in my life. Allora, look at the combination, chat. Are you ready for the combination? Are you ready for the combination? This is the combination here. Allora, quante magie c'ho? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect! Perfect! Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we play Angler and we pump the Regent. This play was inspired by my yesterday's tweet in Vintage. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Boom! Boom! Opponent, are you ready for this? Say cheese for the camera. Say cheese for the camera. I'm not gonna take the screenshot of their salt. Although it might be fun. It might be fun. It might be fun to take the salt as well. Let's see. That you top decked. Okay. Nothing else? Just that one? Nothing more? I was expecting better from you, opponent. I was expecting some more salt poured on this little fish. Fish is important to salt. You should always salt your fish. It's a shame that my Murktide is a 2 mana 14/14 flyer. It's definitely a shame. GG, they say. Indeed, it was a very good game. Sorry, that's too large of a chat. Ah, Murktide, Murktide, Regent, Regent. They want to bolt their Liliana. I will counter it. Victory. For the 14 Murktide Regent. That's true. Rufo 32. If I didn't draw cards, my opponent would have won the game. That's true. That's true. If instead of drawing cards, I would have drawn lands, I think my opponent would have won the game. I agree with that statement. All right. Okay, let's go. This is a little bit too large of a chat box. I'm sorry. Madonna mia, ma che cazzo? Sorry, chat. These things grew out of control. Okay. Alright. Let's put it back to place. Okay. We are ready for game number 2. That Shadow? No, that card is banned. Can't play that anymore. Ooh, Kaira, your Vanguard. Wait, seriously? No? No, I'm joking. Seriously? In Mango Stream? Seriously? Nothing is serious on Mango Stream. Murderous Cut is good here. Yeah, I don't think so, no. Alright, this hand is steerable. Keep. Hello, Manalo. How's it going? This is the deck where the pile of this developer. I don't see the. I don't understand the joke. Sorry, Tito 1G. Does push do anything versus opponent? I don't know. Do you know opponent's list, Sebasen? I think I'll play Sunken Ruins and pass here. Oh, C-Mac. I know. I was doubling on jokes. Creating engagement, C-Mac. So that people come in and say, where's the Delver? So they wrote a message, you know? I decided to leave mana out because if they go fetch Brandon 6, I have Drown. Yep, that's called clickbait. You could say that I am a master. A master in baits. Indeed. Good. But it doesn't fetch. This is... I got you at least. I did. I come a top land, but play one spell. Why don't you just play no spell? How am I supposed to play with you if you don't play any spells? Bobby, you know, Thought Scour myself. We won't tell me. Oh, don't worry, Kinky Jackson. Don't worry about that. Do I play Tasigur? Oh, let's play Consider first. Graveyard, anything that there is. Madonna que merda, graveyard. Inquisition. Allora, let's get to black. Let's play Inquisition. Anzi, first, I want to bubble you. First, I want to bubble you. Because I want to delve the bubble. Place you on top of your deck. Okay. And then I'll Inquisition you. What do you got? Wow! That's an awful hand. I'll take Teferino Paperino. Wow, imagine Prismatic Ending. Man, this deck is so big brain. This deck is so big brain. Because they have all their ending, push, And I guys have 6 and 7 and 7 drop. Tasigur! The one and only BananaMan. Why didn't they play Teferi? Makes no sense. Survives Fury as well, that's true. It survives literally anything. Okay, so they don't have Boseiji because they shuffled. No, ma come hai pescato Teferino? Ma porca merda! And Teferino is so good against my deck, it's unbelievable. Not only I have like no answers for it, I mean, I guess I have this, but this is such a bad card, Bloodchief Thirst. Should I write wow in my opponent's chat? They drew a spell I discarded. That should be illegal. I'm channeling my previous opponent energy now. Anger. Okay. Now, I just go 4 mana, kill the Bloodchief Thirst, kill the Teferi, I think. Yeah. Or Mage. Or I can go Tasigur again. How about it? Masida, let's just go Tasigur again. Kiss Kifo. 4 mana, 4/5. Basically a Siege Rhino. It's basically a Siege Rhino here. Wait, I can go Murktide. No, dai, facciamo Tasigur. Do you know, chat, that PT... What was it? Oh yeah, Fate Reforged. PT Fate Reforged, I played Abzan with 4 Siege Rhino, 3 Tasigur. My deck was Tribal 4/5. Not joking. Not joking. I can probably find that list. I mean, I have nothing else to do. I'm just gonna Google PT Dragons of Tarkir, Andrea, Mengucci. Let's see what comes out. Pro Tour Dragons of Tarkir, Weekend Review, Pro Tour Dragons of Tarkir, Aftermath. No, Dragons of Tarkir, sorry, Fate Reforged. Dragons of Tarkir actually did top 16. This one, it did not top 16. Pro Tour Fate Reforged. Do we have anything written here? I don't think so. I don't think I can find my list. Anyway, the Fable of the Kiki-Jiki you played. You ticked up... Okay, so you have Ephemerate, Ending, you probably have some lands here. Alright, let's go back to focus on this game now. Allora, let's begin with a Fatal Push on this Goblin. And then let's attack the Fairy. With my Tasigur. Does it resolve? Wow, it does? Sweet! Then I pass. Dragons of Tarkir, I played Abzan. Abzan with Siege Rhino again. I played a lot of Siege Rhino for many PTs in a row. Okay, you discarded 2 lands and drew 2 cards. Sure. Murky Boy's bigger. Yeah, but I would have dealt an extra card, whereas I kept a card in my graveyard with this. You passed? Nothing. Not a single card. Okay. I'll take a turn then. And attack you for 4. Attack you for 4. 4/4. Bam. Should I play a Merc here? Quanto costa? No, it costs too much. I'm passing here. I think I should have went Bloodchief Thirst on the token. That was a mistake. What's that? Solitude? La solitudine. I think I'm countering. Yep. Counter target spell. And Brewing puts me in a good mood, I'll tell you. I should do this more often. It's just so hard. It's just so hard. They have a reflection. If they don't do anything end of turn, I'll probably kill the reflection. Actually, they have Ephemerate to kill me with it. So maybe I shouldn't do anything. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do anything. Okay, what's that? Because the Ephemerate here is actually cool. Furia. No. Counter target spell. Blue, black. I also want to fetch end of turn. Because I don't want to draw Watery Grave. Cats, although now if I draw... Oh, I think I punted. If I draw Scalding Tarn, it doesn't have any target. Alright. Let's attack. Exactly. So they have Ephemerate up. Yeah, I'm just playing a tap land and playing a Murky Boy here. Murky Boy, very large. 2 mana, anzi 3 mana, 7/7. Flying. Your turn. Draining the Loch is another counterspell. Thorstaga next turn? No, because then they can Ephemerate Blanket. I don't care about this. It does nothing. They don't have any creature. Looks like they're passing. And I am attacking with both of my creatures. Pam. I could kill this, but they probably have something. Subtlety. I think I counter. Like, they have to chum block now. If I kill this and they blink it, they have another chum blocker. So might as well just let them chum block with this. Delve is great. Yeah, great mechanic. Makes you use your graveyard. Super cool. Okay, let's see if they ephemerate it. They do. Yep. Okay. Babeni, you're in 2 life. Let me go for a con. Actually, I can use Tasigur here. Okay, so I'll pass here because I can use Tasigur ability. Ephemerate Rebound. Tasigur activation Pog. I agree. It doesn't happen very often. And when it does, it usually mills the Thoughtseize on empty hand. Okay, they keep looting with their Fable. Discarding Misty and Prismatic Ending. Ha 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 ha. Will they sideboard out Prismatic Ending? It's cool if it happens. Ren Antics. Okay. You got back a lane. There are 2 light. Do you have a blocker for my... Ooh, do you have a Solitude here? Hope you don't. I'm gonna activate Tasigur, and if they have a Solitude, I'll just cry. It's okay. It's okay to cry, right? Counterspell Bauble, okay. I'll get back a Bauble. Look at that Tasigur card advantage. No! Don't Solitude me! They are Solitude. Oh, subtlety. Che schifo. Madonna mia. Let's go Bauble, target me first. Oh, strong. Very strong. Opponent is refusing to die. I think I know that I could just kill this, but if I kill that and they have an Ephemerate, it's bad. So I just let him chump, and then I draw the Archmage's Charm, and I'm fine. Okay, chat? So I could have, like, killed the creature and, like, win the game. But instead I decide to do nothing and just draw my charm in their upkeep. They have 3 cards and... You thirst the token? Yeah, could have thirst the token, but... Also, not winning the same turn you're lethal creates engagement. People are forced to write lethal, so that creates engagement. Also, going to the bathroom kills all the engagement that I create, because everyone quits. But I have to, because I am a human. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Alright, it's time to bring in the Price of Betrayal. Because this is the card... This is the matchup that I envisioned. Also, Jace the Sculptor better than all. I think I'm taking out... Yeah, I think I'm taking out the Anglers. And the Fatal Bush. And anything else? A 61. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't need a Thoughtseize. Maybe I don't need an Inquisition. I'll have 6 discard spells enough. Yeah. Keep. Where are the Delvers? If you look closely, you'll find them. Not Spell Pierce. Yeah, maybe Spell Pierce on the draw is better than Dispute. Yeah, she does Spell Pierce instead of Dispute. For sure. For sure. Alright, don't play Random Ticks. Please. Please! No Random Ticks. Nice! Nice! It's well known that if you put 60 cards in your deck, you don't draw a random 6. But if you put only if you put 80, you will always have random 6 in your opening end. It's a very known mathematic equation. Equation. Can you please play Teferino, Paperino? No Reason Reef. No Cazzo. Thank God. I definitely was supposed to keep up Counterspell, because they might play a Reason Reef in that deck. I bet it went fine. I got lucky. I didn't get punished for my mistake. Everyone's happy. Especially me, who didn't get punished for my mistake. This mana base is probably terrible, to be honest. Ooh, they pass. Nice. Very nice. I'll play an Instant Speed Divination. Draw 2 cards. Buongiorno, buongiorno. Okay, I'm looking for lands. Consider. Land. Cazzo. Consider land! Aya. Ayaya. I think I have to Inquisition. Because I don't want to go to discard. Don't Veil of Summer me. Cazzo, they Veil of Summer me. Oh no. Oh no, what's that? Coatl? Coatl? No, you can't play Coatl. There's Kahira. What's that? I have a bit. I wanted to go Inquisition Tasigur, but I guess I'm not doing that anymore. Teferino Dispute. Well, I'll definitely take Teferino. Madonna mia, if they draw land, they break me. If they draw land, they break me in half. Please, opponent, don't draw land. You know what? Actually, Mango draw land. In bitch. Babine, I pass. Opponent, please don't draw land. What's that? Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Huh. That's very good. It's very good. Madonna mia, so good. Okay. Draw. Terra. See. Bene, 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 bene. Now, they have Solitudine. How big is my Regent? It's a 6/6. Okay. That's good. I'll play Regent. And I pass with Counterspell up. Alternatively, I can play Tasigur. No, va bene Regent. Yeah. Regent's good. Pass. You wish Reason Reef was a commander? That's cool. They should definitely make a format where every card can be your commander. Doesn't need to be a legendary. After all, why? It should be a legend. I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe I guess I do understand. Actually, they have Dispute, so my Counterspell doesn't work. They can go Solitude, Pitch, Omnath. I go Counterspell, they go Dispute. Vabbè, buona, I think. It's okay. You closely... You still can't find any Delver. That's because you don't have imagination. That's because you do not have imagination. What did you pitch? Oh, no. Okay. Dispute. Okay. My Regent is dead. Long live the Regent. That format would be garbage. Again, you don't have imagination, Mattman. It's okay. Not everyone has the gift of imagination. Gaining 6 lives is a consolation prize. No, that's so good, Fable of Mirror Breaker. Mamma mia. Allora, they have one card in there which I don't know. That's okay. Let's begin with a Thought Scour, because I need to play Tasigur. Oh, Bauble, perfect. Now I can keep a Counterspell. Nice. And then I'll drop a Tasigur. Delving away on my graveyard. And pass. 1 mana, 4/5! Why do you play Tasigur over Gurmag? Because it costs 1 more? Sorry, 1 less? Because it costs 1 less. Okay. They get their Reflection. They discard for Short of Wooded Foothills. Funny how they only have 3 lands, by the way. Yeah, Thought Scour is Dark Ritual. Okay, they only discarded 1 card, so the other card must be good. You missed Tasigur? It's here! What's that? Teamer? Oh, is that that's the Teferino man if I've seen one. Okay, that resolves. It's fine. Can't counter an abundant growth. But look at Tasigur here, just blocking everything. So good! It's so good! It's so good! Why play Dash Shadow when you can play Tasigur the Golden Fang? Tasigur. Oh. Ren and Ticks. No, I can't let that resolve. Do I counter target spell? I think so, yeah. Counter target spell. They have one card in hand, and it's unknown. And they pass because I have a wall. Draw. Thoughtseize. I think I want to Thoughtseize my opponent because they have a spell in their hand. E basta così, I pass the turn. This is not legendary, unfortunately. Okay, they play land untapped. And they pass. Va bene. What do I do? I think I want to draw in the Loch something. Why did I play a land? I don't understand. Why did I play a land untapped? I don't understand. I should have probably returned Kahira. Do I want to draw in the Loch this? No, I think I draw in the Loch this. Goodbye, graveyard. Okay. I didn't think about this play. They can make like 4 reflection on the turn. That's true. Oh, wow. I didn't see this. No! Why didn't I see this play? Cazzo Mengu, that was easy. Ah, che coglione. Okay. I didn't see this play. Mannaggia. Mannaggia, 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 mannaggia. Mannaggia, I didn't see this play, Mengu, porca boia. Porca boia. Bounce that. Final push. Okay, that's fine. We'll play better next game. Unnatch. I definitely want Spell Pierce. I'll take out Dispute because my opponent has like Fable of Kikijiki and stuff like that. I don't want to push. No, don't. Oh, Thirst? I mean, Thirst kind of sucks, but at least kills Ren. Jace? Maybe Jace is not great. Yeah, we did board out the pushies. Pushies. That man, let's go. Let's go. If I only killed the Endurance in my turn last game, I think I would have been fine this game. Maybe I still lost, but I definitely... yeah, I just died. Okay, that's a good end. Let's keep. Darkslick Shore, go. Then I'll play Consider. Trying to lock, put in a graveyard. No, it's a good card. Draw. Okay. I'll go Bauble, target me. Inquisition. I think I like it. I think I like the Inquisition. It's a good card. Fine. I want to play Inquisition here. And if they go Veil of Summer, I'll go Spell Pierce. Yeah. That's weird. Okay, how about I take Dispute? I think so. My hand is like mono blue, so Dispute is very good against my hand. 3 Fable of Mirror Breaker, Teferi, and Ran and 6. Jace Sculptor will carry this game, I feel. They can't cast Ran here, they have to fetch first. They have a blue-white land. Whatever they cast, I will Spell Pierce. Hope they cast Teferi. Unlikely. Then I'm gonna go Jace Brainstorm immediately, I think. Ah, Forest. Sure. Fable. Still, so. Spell Pierce, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll go Jace Brainstorm. Or not. Yeah, I'll go Jace Brainstorm here. This is very good. Price of Betrayal. 1 mana, kill Teferi. I don't really think it matters. Okay, they have a land. But as long as they don't have an Unholy Heat or something to kill my Jace, I think those will be fine. Hope they go Teferi plus. That would be a dream. They can also go minus an Abundant Growth and go land Abundant Growth. That's fine. I'm still killing that with Price of Betrayal, of course. Yep. Can Price rest Saga? I don't think it can kill her as a Saga, no. I mean, I put in my Sideboard to kill Teferi. I have to be aware of Endurance with my Drown. Remove up to 5 targets of Argus for creature, planeswalker, or opponent. No, can't kill. Hold on, fetch my Brainstorm first. I'll put back a land for sure. Ooh, that's in cards. What do I want to put back? I mean, I can also just put back these two and then redraw it. Put back like this too. Yeah, and then I go like Thoughtseize, Price of Betrayal, Murktide. No, I just go Price of Betrayal, Murktide, leave counter up. I think that's best. Or I can just not play Murktide this turn. No, I think I want to play Murktide. Yeah, so I'm gonna put back these two here. 1 mana, Price of Betrayal. Or, as I said, maybe I don't play Murktide. Maybe I go for Thoughtseize, Price of Betrayal. No, yeah, but okay. Because their hand is 6 cards. Thoughtseize first, but I don't think I want to play Thoughtseize. Not bad. I thought it's first. Okay, I agree. Thoughts is first. Okay, they have another Teferi. Okay. So I can just take Teferi. I just take Teferi. Take Teferi. Then I'll take... Then I'll take a Fable. And then I'll Price of Betrayal this guy. And then I know their hand is Fable, which I want to counter, and Ren, so I guess I'm just passing and countering the Fable. Top of my deck, I have a Run in the Loch and a Fetch land. I have a Jace in play. I can even let the Fable resolve as long as I can keep Jace. It's fine. And now I think I want to kill. I want to kill this. Let's just trust them 2 cards. It's too good. Ren is fine on the other end. But yeah, I decided to put this in my sideboard exactly for Teferi. I don't think there's any other card that kills Teferi in a better way than Price of Betrayal does. And then I counter the Fable. I think I have something else. I know 3 of their 4 cards in hand. What's this? Oh, they return Kahira. Wow. Okay, sure. That's okay by me. Draw. Brainstorm immediately. Put back. Sure. This 2. Fetch. Yes. Then I play Murktide. Delving all the spells. And passing the turn. Okay, we set this up perfectly, I want to say. Jace the Mind Sculptor better than all. Jace the Mind Sculptor better than all. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Opponent staring at the random ticks, being like, come on, I paid 100 ticks for this. Actually, 100 euros. Is this the most expensive card in Modern? Must be. Must be, yeah. 3. Kahira. Kahira! Stringimi ancora. Okay. Resolves. And then I'll counter the Fable. Maybe I drowned the Fable. Yeah, I think I drowned the Fable. This way I can play around an Endurance next turn. And they ping my Jace. Okay, respect it. Oh, another drown. Oh, Korm, is this different deck gameplay than Murktide? Yeah, I would say it's slightly different for sure. I would only want to put 1 back, if it's possible. I'll put back those 2, I think. Yeah. I want to go drown here. Then I'll tap face for 5. For 8, sorry, down to 5. I decided to play like this because this way I play around Mystical Dispute, which my opponent showed me. Opponent, you are dead. You're dead. Uh-oh. Cycle. Okay. You ping my Jace. I'll allow it. You play Jace turn 4, and as Gibber Nassif teaches, you only brainstorm with it. It's an important lesson delivered by your Hall of Famer with the yellow hat. And Spatatrak. And that's enough, opponent. You are dead. Endurance. It will not resolve. Victory! 2-0 chat. Why does this deck not run 1-all? Because it's cost 6 to activate? I built this deck thinking about Blue-Red Murktide. I didn't build this deck with a control plan. Okay. Alright, I have to refill my water and hopefully be back before we find an opponent here. Cripping Tar Pit. I know that brews are required to play bad cards, but I prefer to play lands that come into play untapped. Still a breeze for the 20th month. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Still a breeze. How's it going, my friend? Okay, let's go. I'll go Bauble, crack it on me immediately because I need to find a one mana cantrip. 1 mana cantrip for Papangu? That's not 1 mana cantrip. Alright, I'll fetch for a Watery Grave untapped because I feel lucky. I feel lucky. Come on, Thought Scour. The Scour, Thoughts. Now. Vabbè, I'll allow a Counterspell. Or is a Saga? Oh, cazzo. That's a problem. That's a big problem for my deck. They're confident? Can I just win a die roll once in my life? No. I can't. I can't. Draw. Push. Niente. I gotta pass. I have to pass. And stare at my opponent greatness. Revealing. La merda. That's so sad. I don't have anything to do. Oh, I can counter that. Nice. Buongiorno, Angus. Golgari Rot Farm to buy back the Saga. That's not a bad idea. Inquisition of Kozilek. Alright, actually this was a very good draw. Because I'm able to Inquisition and then kill the Confidant. That's a very good draw, Mangu. Bravo. Bravo, Mangu. I'll take the Liliana of the Veil. And then I'll play a Drown in the Loch here. Well done, Mangu. Well done, Mangu. You can play your Dothy Voidwalker, your Shadow Spear, your Saga. It's all fine. Are gonna... Ooh, Neil Spellbomb. No, you eat my graveyard now? No, you eat my graveyard. Manage. Okay. Okay. I can steal the Shadow Spear, funnily enough. They want to draw 2 cards. It's not a bad idea. Not I. Let's just leave up the counter for the Doughty Woodwalker. That's annoying. As annoying as drawing the 3rd Murktide Regent here. We have to draw your Thought Scour and the fuels. Thoughtseize. Caputana, I have a Thoughtseize. We need to draw 2 cards. Target player draws 2 cards. And then you resolve. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. We have a full house. Full house. House full. I guess if they go swamp, they can play Doughty Voidwalker and then it's not great. But they need a swamp here. I love that this deck just breaks the pushes. The 2 counterspell. Sure, do you have a swamp? Please don't. Seek! So they don't have it. Draw. Thoughtseize. Not bad. Let's start with a Consider. That'll put me on 4 cards. Graveyard anything. So that's 4 cards. I can go Consider again. Land. Put in the graveyard. No, I like this. Then I'll go for a Merc. A very large Merc. And then it's your turn, opponent. I'll, do I want to eat all the lands? Just order the spells. Because for the next Regent... Nah, I don't think I should think about the next Regent. Let's think about the present, not about the future. Next Regent might never come down if they... I don't know, whatever. Let's think about the present. Okay, that's a construct. Okay, they make a token, sure. They might have a... Oh, wow, Expedition map. Okay, and then you play Doughty. Va bene. Va bene. I'll take my turn. Draw. Not bad. I certainly want to kill Doughty. Certainly. Yeah, I'll do that now. So blue-black. Destroy this. Immediately. Then I can go Thoughtseize. They probably have a spell in hand because they haven't played that earlier. So I'll Thoughtseize you. Rain and 6. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's it. I definitely have to stay back with this Regent. Crack the map, okay. You got Saga, va bene. Okay. Our Regent is keeping the construct back. You will keep the spear, I hope. Okay. And then you pass, I hope. I'm gonna crack the Scalding Tarn end of turn. Go to 9, but yeah, I could also play another island in this deck. Probably should instead of Otawara. Draw. Bauble. Okay. Allora. Let me Bauble their top of the deck. Actually, that's not true. No, yeah, I want to. I want to see what they draw. They draw Doughty Voidwalker. Okay. I can play Regent. Delving. 2 spells. And then combat. But do I want to attack? That's the question. If attack, I send you to 5. I think it's a good attack. Opponent doesn't have a removal spell, or they would have used the last turn, and they draw Doughty Voidwalker. So I think they die this way. They might even gain 5, they go up to 10, they're still dead. I think it's a good attack. I know their hand, this is why I bubbled them. Yeah, I think it's a good attack. More delve cards. It's funny how my opponent Nihil spellbombed like a lot of my graveyard, and I'm very much able to cast all my Delve creatures. Just because you don't have to cast them for 2 or 1, you can also just spend a lot more mana into it. Alright, let's block this. Yeah. GG. Okay, so when it's Jund, I'm gonna bring in Dress Downs. Fatal Push. What about Price of Betrayal? I have Liliana and Ren. I think I'm gonna bring this in again. Taking out just all the discard spells. Do I want to take out some creatures? Maybe a 1. No, this is very strong. I'm gonna bring in explosives, and I think that's a 60. 60. Let's go. Is this going to YouTube? Yes, Emac. I try to send all my stream VODs to YouTube. The one that, all my stream that do well. This is definitely doing well. Okay, let's go Darkslick Shore, your turn. We have a Fatal Push up in case they play a Dark Confidant or a Thought Scour end of turn. Do I don't like Jace for this matchup? Oh, I don't like Jace for this matchup. Maybe I should. But I think they have a really hard time in dealing with my 7 drops. Dozy Void Walker. Okay. I really dislike this card, the Dozy Void Walker. Okay. I don't want to play this step to telling them I don't have Counterspell. Or is a Saga? That's fine. What'd you do? Counter Liliana. Okay, someone is not play around Counterspell, and that's fine. It's totally fine to not play around Counterspell here. Let me fetch for. Oh no, let's just go with Thought Scour, I suppose. Counterspell. Let's go Thought Scour again. Looking for a Delve card, although now they have Liliana. Yeah, looking for what? Price of Betrayal, Bloodchief Thirst. Wow, 2 more Counterspell in the bin. Okay, all my counters are gone. I'm discarding Bauble here. Discarded Tarmogoyf, jeez. Since they have Urborg, even if I draw a fetch land that's empty, it's still gonna have a roll, so I think I don't mind discarding a Watery Grave here. Most likely going to draw 2 cards off of this turn. Maybe I could have discarded Fatal Push. No! Come Bojuka Bong! Ma porca merda! Okay, I draw 2 cards. Bojuka Bong. Alright, draw. Terra. Okay, we're fine. We should have one last Watery Grave in the deck. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, Liliana is coming down. I should really draw an answer soon. Yep. Yep. He has Spellbomb, Expedition Map. Yeah, Expedition Map. What do I want to discard here? I think I'll discard another land. They have 3 cards. Okay, to discard Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I'll drown. Drown, draw 2 cards. Sorry, draw a card, kill your creatures. Ooh, Regent. It's not bad. At least mix out of my opponent. Got the Void Walker. Get the last land out of my deck. The dress down dies, untap. Murk. Manalo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hello, if it wasn't for Bazooka Bong, I would have doubled Regent here. Yeah. Don't really have a play other than this, I think. Hello, Testifying. Yeah, Liliana's very good. They can go get the Urza Saga now. Okay. I'll play another Regent here. The Liliana. Keep on eating my cards. Aha. Liliana has been so good in this match. Yeah, this deck definitely struggles against Planeswalker. Yeah, not having a Noli Hit and Bolt is a huge deal. Wish I had a Jace and a Sculptor this game. What's on top of your deck? Infernal Grasp. It's annoying. So I wanted to control that. If you control that, it's just a one. Maybe I should have done it. I kind of want to draw 2 cards. This is a Neo Spell Bomb. It should really be that, I think. Yep. I think I'll draw 2 cards here. Maybe I can steal this after they attack me. Nah. I'll draw 2 cards. Then I discard the worst of them, and then opponent eats. Oh, Price of Betrayal. Okay. Now, what do I discard? I think I discard explosives. Yep. Okay, we found Price of Betrayal. What did I discard? Another Liliana. I have 1 card in hand. Maybe they don't crack the bomb, but I'm sure they will, though. The Price of Betrayal. Yeah. It's okay. They cracked the bomb, but it's fine. Hope they don't have a discard spell for my dress down. Okay, cool. Alright, let's begin with a dress. Now, I guess let's begin with a Price of Betrayal. No, none of it. Let's begin with a dress down. So this land doesn't have targets anymore, right? Only has a swamp. So let's begin with a dress down. Draw a card. Nice. Now I can go Polluted Delta, and I can go Price of Betrayal here, tapping the Delta. Then I remove 3 counters from the, what's that? Green? Veil of Summer. Cool. Wow. Blue. Black. Okay, they have 1 card in hand. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they have 1 card in hand. Let's go. Wow. Not in the worst of the shapes here. Considering where we were. Wow, just go land go. Sweet. Let's go. That's so cool. Upkeep. Do I want to fetch a swamp here? Yeah. Let me just make double check I have a swamp left in my deck. Yeah. I think I will. I don't want to draw swamp. Draw. Bauble. Okay. Inferno Grasping Hand. Oh, that's true. They have Inferno Grasping Hand. What do you think I'm supposed to do? Because I don't have Discard Spell. I have counter spells though. Maybe I can bubble myself now. Maybe they also took out Discard Spells. What's on top of my deck? Bloodchief Thirst. I think I'm still casting this because of Liliana of the Veil. I know it's bad if they have Liliana of the Veil now. Because I'm drawing a card off of Bubble. Yeah, Infernal Grasp and Tarmogoyf. Ren and 6 is your draw. Ayah. You get back Saga. Ayayay. Okay. Draw. Very intense game. Golgari Rot Farm. You can reset the Bazooka Bug. Sweet. Come on, Murktide. Run in the Loch. Okay. What's the timer looking like? Yep. Yep. The Bazooka Bog, my graveyard. Goodbye, graveyard, and then one card in end. Hope it's nothing. Draw. Okay. Counter. Okay. Bubble. Gonna crack now because I might draw a counterspell. What's on your top? A Thoughtseize. Hope I draw land now then. Or even an Archmage Charm is probably better. Land. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. One card I have. It should be a bad one. Let's go. Porco cazzo, vamonos. Gurmag Angler. Let's go. Let's go, fish. Let's go, fish. Let's go, fish. 31 cards in my exile zone, by the way. 31. What a game. No, you have a removal spell? No. Oh, no, you just... What? Oh, you just use Shadow Spear? Okay. Keep up land for another Lily? No, because if I draw another 6/7 drop, I can cast it. Those you avoid Walker and Inferno Grasp you had. Yeah, okay. Okay, I need to draw a monster for this now. Scalding Tarn. Fine. I got an 8. What a top deck word. This has been a very cool game. Tasigur. Vámonos, Tasigur. Okay, there's a Saga. You have a removal spell for this? Please don't. Please don't kill my BananaMan. Okay. What's that? Oh, Bloodchief Thirst. My poor BananaMan. Yeah, now I don't think I have an out, because they have 2 big threats. It's okay, I fought well. Let's go to game. Alright, I'll keep on clicking buttons here. I know I'm most likely dead, but... maybe there's a chance. Ah, okay. Sure. Draw. Let's cast this. I don't know, what can I draw? Maybe that removal spell. I survive. Okay, that's fine. Good game. Let's go to game number 3. I'll be on the play. I want the Jace to my Sculptor better than all. Both of them. What do I do not want? I think Fatal Push is strong. They played our confident. You know, take out Spell Pierce. What about my threats? Maybe I take out any explosives? Yeah. Alright, let's go. Mano un po' così così, but I think I'm keeping it. It's not a great hand, but I'm playing it against the Thoughtseize deck, so I don't really want to mulligan. It's not even a good mana base because they play like counterspells in my deck. I can drop this. Yeah, it's probably alright to drop this. I can get punished if they go double fetch on Ren and Ticks, but that's okay, I think. So I can still crack the explosive. Does that happen? Alright, they don't do that. Draw. Liliana? Bad news. Liliana's bad news. Look at this card here. I think Angler. It's card 2 lands. Yep. There's the Saga strong. Okay. 2 cards in it. I'm gonna crack the EE. Really hope I can draw a land to jam the Jace here. Land? Okay. Let's go Jace. You have to carry us this game. Hopefully they don't have Pithing Needle on their Saga. But you have to carry us this game. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna hide this. Second from the top. Yeah, I'll probably do this. Come on, Jace to my Sculptor. I'll discard Charm, I think. Yeah. Discarded Infernal Grasp. Ooh, second Saga. Okay. What's that? 0 cards left. Dark Confidant. Draw. So Price of Betrayal does not kill Liliana here. It's unfortunate. Okay. I'll Jace Brainstorm. I need a land. Land. And I think Counterspell. Yeah. And then I go Price of Betrayal here. Remove 5 counters. Uno, due, tre, quattro. 5. Done. Then I go Drowning the Loch here. And then I go Murktide Regent 8/8. And then I pass a turn. Hello, Feline Messiah. Thank you. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Chase to my Sculptor, giving us all the value that we needed in this game. There are 0 cards in hand. I also have 0 cards in hand, so that Liliana doesn't really have a great ability. Wow, they tapped this for mana? What did you draw? Die, no, cat. So what did you draw? Okay, bomb. Sure. You drew another card. Please don't draw Infernal Grasp. You already played one, or discarded one, I guess. Okay, another Saga. 1 card in hand remaining. What is it? Doughty Voidwalker. Fine. We're fine. We are fine here. They make a token. They have no cards in hand. I have no cards in graveyard. Draw. Not bad. I certainly have to attack Liliana. What do I do with this Jace? I can bounce a token, maybe. Bounce a token or Brainstorm? Because Jace is dying regardless. If I tick up, I can steal a construct, lock the other construct. I guess it survives that way. They can get a Shadow Spear. Yeah, maybe I'm ticking up. Even taking up. Land. Oh, that's fine. Then I attack Liliana and pass the turn. So they draw Verdant Catacomb. Liliana's dead. What a great game. Yeah, you make a token. Shadow Spear. Oh, I'm gonna steal the spear here, I think. Gaining 8 life. That sounds cool. Because I certainly can't beat the Shadow Spear race, I think. Huh? Jace? Yeah, rest in peace, Jace. Oh, actually, I just noticed. Opponent can then steal my Jace and bounce Regent. Cats, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. I guess I can top deck a removal spell or a counter spell. I think I have to steal the spear. I think I have to steal the spear. I think I have to steal the spear. Removal spell? Bravo, Mengu, bravo! Equip. Attack for 8. Actually, I'm wondering this. What happens if I cast this? Does the Murktide pump Whenever an instant sorcery leaves the graveyard. If your creature would be into the graveyard instead. Alright, it doesn't. Okay, I think that I'd rather counter the Jace. No, that's not true. No, I should just kill the Doty Walker here, I feel. How big are the constructs? Or 2020? I'm still dying to the constructs though. Wait, they fetched. So now they die. They fetch. So now they die to the Doty Walker. Oh, I'm killing this. And they should be on one outer. Right? They should be on one outer. Think so. Kill this. This way they can't top deck and run into a Veil of Summer. They're on 8, so they die to my Regent. They can only make their construct. Oh no, Cazzo. Oh no, I'm dead. I'm dead. 7-4-24. I'm dead on board. I'm dead on board. But I don't think I could have played around it. Yeah, I think I could play around it. Because even if I keep up this, what do? Kill a construct? They just play Jace. I guess they might have made a mistake. They might have made a mistake, maybe. If I don't do anything. Yeah. But close game. Close game. I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. If only the Price of Betrayal was an actual prismatic religious removal spell for the Planeswalker, I would have won this game because they had to spend an attack on Liliana. Because the Price of Betrayal didn't kill Liliana. Shouldn't have attacked. Yeah, that's true. Shouldn't have attacked. Yeah. Okay, I mean, I didn't count that I was dead. I thought I wasn't dead. Okay, new match against Monets. Okay, playing against Yorin. Another not a long match. It's looking like. Oh, it's not. Oh, sorry, it's not. Alright, let's bolt the bird. Thought it was for color Yorin, but I don't know. I don't know what this. What is this? Let's bolt the bird. Imagine being on the play. That would be nice. Essence Warden. Is that an 80 card Yawgmoth? Seems like 80 card Yawgmoth to me. Throw land on top. How do I draw land? I draw land, but I also want to kill the Gilded Goose. I can't afford them to cast a Yawgmoth this turn. Island. Bolt the bird again. Buongiorno. Yawgmoth Yorion? Yeah. I don't know why, right? I don't know, maybe it's a meme. Buongiorno. So they can't cast Yawgmoth, they can cast Greased. Or Eldritch Evolution. Greased. The Hunger Tide. Bitching out Armor's Call. Okay. They have 2 cards in end. And now I can't even like cast Tasigur because they... maybe I wasn't supposed to draw in the Loch the goose. But if they cast Yawgmoth, it would have been a disaster. Kind of in a tough shape now. My deck just doesn't deal with Planeswalker. It's so awful. I always lose to Planeswalker. Porca puttana. I always lose to Planeswalker. shitty cards in Planeswalker. That's what I've been losing to. And yet they have to pass and just charm in the turn. Sure. I think I want to counter this. Take one. I need to draw my... You may go Charm now. No, I have to play around the Yawgmoth. Six cards in my graveyard. I might want to... Oh, they passed. Why did they pass? Oh, did they have Chord? Okay, we can play around Chord by Thoughtseizing first and then countering the Chord. Unless the X is bigger than 8. If X is bigger than 8... Sorry, if X is bigger than 5, I can't drown it. 8. That's exactly 8. So I will be able to drown the Chord. This says, each opponent loses life with all your creatures in your graveyard. Darkness calling response. Sure. You got Yawgmoth. Okay. Counter. So I'm able to get rid of both the Yawgmoths here. There's still the problem of Grist in play. Still the problem of Grist in play. Draw. What a terrible loss. I just lost to Grist. That's it. One card, lost the game. If only I was in the play, I would have been able to deploy Tasigur with Counterspell up. It's okay. Got Spell Pierce. Bring and push. Don't Price of Betrayal. I mean, I guess. Opponent very consistently cast Grist, I think. They got Charm. Let's go. Yes. A good position on turn 1 to get rid of the elf or birds, whatever they have. They probably play Noble Arc. Grist, Wall of Roots. Take a Wall of Roots. I can counter the Grist. It comes down one turn later. If I draw a removal spell, I'll probably be able to use it on Yawgmoth as well if it's Fatal Push. Or Drown. Sweet. I can go Inquisition. Affinity in Modern. Well, it's a deck. It's not one of the best decks, but it's definitely a deck that you can play and win with. Okay. Go. Forest. But I can cast Adamri's Call. And they can pick up a Grist and cast it. Yeah, take a look at the spoilers after this league. It's taking a very long time, this league. Alright, I'm countering the Grist. Okay, and next turn I can drop a Merc. Hopefully a very large Merc. It's 3 cards in my graveyard. Ooh, Angler. Put in the graveyard. Put in the graveyard. I'm not sure. I wish I kept that Angler now. Alright, you go. You can cast Yawgmoth. To play Garroth Messenger instead. Okay. Draw. Alright, happy to bubble myself. What's on top? Bubble. Top for 8. Draw. Counterspell. Not Counterspell. Not Counterspell. Alright, Throne Physician is in. I got 14, and then they can start drawing at least a card. But I pass. Draw. Just attack here. And I hope not to be dead on board next turn. This card says lose 1 life, so they can't go too ham on it. Okay, this is a flyer. This blocks my Merc. A little bit annoying. Alright, good to 9. Good to 7. Alright. Let's draw a good card. Counterspell. If I take the block and I'm dead on board, so I think I have to pass. I think the magic is finished for this deck. No more magic. Draw. Yeah. I think this is going to... No, I guess I don't want to drop the league. Okay, I'll play a 5th match. I'll play 5th match just because I don't want to leave 5th 50 play points on the table, but I feel like the deck had a good run, but now it's finita. That's okay. Point of phone, let's go. Zurigoryak. On the draw, just like every match in this league. Keep. Okay, that's burn. Might be a little bit of a tough matchup. Ooh, reveal Bloodchief Thirst. Okay, I'll play that. Play that. Here we go. Could have waited on the push, but they know about this. They don't know about the push. Suspend Rift Bolt. No second land. Okay. I'll go consider Murktide. Do I want to go Thoughtseize? Yeah. It's feeling the graveyard for Murk. I'll take the Lava Spike. At the end of the day, it's, I mean, it's obviously worse because sure you're saving 2 damage, but you give them a Lotus Petal basically. But so I go to 11. They have in hand enough damage. It's just whether my Merc does it faster. Ripple me, I'm on 11. I have to fetch for, unfortunately, not Island because I don't have it. Do I want to go down to 9? Otherwise, I can't wait. Because if I go to 9, I go to 6, then they will kill me soon. Whereas, if I play a tap land, I might gain a turn here. Oh, so close. I'll do this again because I might draw like a Gurmag or a Tasigur. Okay. Okay. So I'll play my Regent 8/8 next turn. If I draw a Counterspell, I guess again I need to lose 2 life. Actually, I can't play Merc plus Counterspell with a Swamp in play. Okay, to suspend more Rift Bolts. Sure. 4 cards in hand. Draw. Counterspell. Okay. Let's go for a Merc now. I go to 5. Yeah, it's important to use Bloodchief Thirst because they might draw a Goblin Guide later in the game, and then have an instant speed and removal. They have 5 cards in hand. Skullcrack and Searing Blades I know of. Hope it's a creature. Bolt on me. I go to 2 life. Draw. Okay. So this will pump my Regent of how much? 1, 2. Yeah, that's okay. All right, yeah. So that will be 10 damage. And then I have Counterspell up. Okay. Oof, opponent never drew a second land. Of course, if they would have drawn a second land earlier, they would have beat me. But that's burn. I mean, it's a high variance deck. Sometimes they, they draw it. Sometimes they don't. Okay, oof. GG. They played 6 turns with 1 land and almost got me. If I had fetched, maybe I would have lost the game. Let's bring in push, pierce. Let's take out Thoughtseize. Anything else that's bad? Not really. I think I like all the Bloodchief Thirst as well, especially on the draw. Maybe Charm. Yeah, Charm doesn't seem great. Let's go. Nah, I don't want to keep this. Okay, I'll keep this. I bought him the Charm. Let's go. Could have also bought him to consider. Spring Vantage, Goblin Guide. Okay, some Spear. Ground is not bad. Okay. Do I want to go consider first? No, not really. Love a spike here, probably. Okay, Suspend Rift Bolt, sure. They must have drawn this then. Tap me for 3. What's on top? Counterspell. Alright, I don't want it. So I'll put that in the graveyard and draw a card. Thought Scour. Not great. Not great. Draw. Yeah. It's not good. I'll go to 13 and then I'll probably just draw in the Loch, the Swift Spear. And then if I draw a land, I'm able to cast a Murk next turn. Okay, give me a land, Goblin Guide, please. Please, Goblin Guide, please. And nice. I'll go ahead and kill the Swift Spear, of course. It's better than Goblin Guide, since it can be a 3/4 if they play an instant speed card. Boar's Charm? Really? Okay. Oh, Lightning Helix. Oh, fine. I thought I wanted to make it indestructible. I'm on 8. They have 2 cards in hand. I'm able to cast a large Regent here. Of course, they are able to Path to Exile it. Maybe I want to go Drown. Cazzo, però sta Scalding Tarn only takes a shock land. No, I can't play around Drown. I have to play... sorry, I can't play around Path. I have to play Regent. I'll go 8/8. Go. Please no Path. That looks like a path. No. No path. No path. Okay, nice top land. Okay. Putting floods out now a little bit. We can do it. 2 cards in end. Lava Spike. I'm on 5. And they pass. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. So I'm going to attack for 8. 8, 16, 24. 3-turn clock. They have 1 card in it. I assume it's a land. This is like a... I told you that I wanted to get 3-2 with this deck. That was my goal. Seems like it's getting there. Opponent flood in. Game 1, they drew 1 land. Game 2, they drew 5 at least. I don't think we're a rebel. Counterspell. Goblin Guide. On top of my deck, there's a Fatal Push on top of my deck. Even better than going run in the Loch then. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the Goblin Guide telling us how to play. Thank you, Goblin Guide. Attack with my Merc. You got a 5. I should have... Yeah, no, sorry. I should have considered pre-combat. If I hit another Merc, I win the game. Sorry. I didn't think about it. Oh, what's that? Palm? Oh, wow. Reflecting Palm. Sure. I'm gonna say no to this. And you know why? Because next turn, this will make me play around Palm. I don't think they have any other outs other than, of course, Path to Exile. I think it's only Palm. So by keeping this in position, I play around that. They don't want to reveal your... They don't want to reveal their hand. They concede first. Maybe they had a Palm. Okay, we did it. We got the treasure chest. We accomplished the goal of 3-2ing with a brew, which is a great achievement for any Magic player. And I'm satisfied with that. Round of applause for the BananaMan Tasigur and its Delve team.